National pension scheme. So this is what you're going to see today, because we have seen so many things about how to save and everything. But national pension scheme, I've always wanted to do, but this is a time I thought it is the right time to do. So hi, hello, this is Ganesh Santuru, your stock market profit coach, author of the book Money Leaks, released by Jan Canfield. You can see the description to if you want to purchase this book. So it is available in my bookstore. So what is national pension scheme? So national pension scheme is nothing but, say you want to retire at 60, for sure you will get retired. That is another point. So at that time, who will give you money? That is another biggest issue. And the living age has been increased from say in 1947 it was around 37, and the average age is 37, and right now the average age is around 74, 75, almost doubled. So in 75 years, average age is almost double, but your retirement age is not increasing. It is around 58 or 60. Just think of what will happen for the next 15 years right now, and if you're living till 90 or 100, what can happen? And the medical advances had increased, and with the treatments, if you have money, you can live, and if you have money, you can treat yourself, meaning the health issues you can treat, and you can live happily. That is another point. So, say you are healthy, you are maintaining your health, you are living good, and there is no problem in your life. You need 20, 30 years of life extra after 60. So, during this time, what if money is not there? That is the reason National Pension Scheme has been launched. With this, government is giving you a solution. This has been monitored by a separate authority, autonomous body, PFRDA, Pension Fund Development Authority. Uh, PFRDA, Pension Fund Regulatory and Authority. Okay, so the complete separate entity will be monitored, will be monitoring, and they are monitored. And we have separate fund houses for separately formed for managing the scheme. Total seven different companies are managing, and few other companies that applied for this. We'll be sharing more about it in the next set of videos. So I just wanted to share about what is NPS in this. First of all, say if you want to retire or retired at 60, you need a corpus. You can corpus save in this NPS, National Pension Scheme. This is a first and foremost point, and it's a government scheme. And the biggest advantage, I will say in a few moments from now. But what are the types of accounts you can offer in this? Is that there are two types of accounts. Type 1 is called as Tier 1 account, is for retirement planning. You can take this amount only after 60. Say you retire at 60, or you are working as a business person. After 60, you can take this account. You can withdraw the money. And another account is tier 2, which is nothing but it's your savings account. Just like a bank account, you can utilize this account. And the biggest advantage what I see is that the returns from savings bank account is around 2.5%, 3%, or 4%. Only few banks are offering around 5-6% because they want to increase their savings percentage. But when it comes to tier 2 account, it's a NPS account. So any amount, if you want, you can put it in tier 2 and let it grow. And there are three options you can choose. One is mix of equity, corporate bonds, as well as government securities. So you can either have government securities alone, corporate bonds alone, equity 50%. Because equity is something like you cannot exceed more than 50%. So it can be a mix of 50% plus corporate bonds or something. So at the end of the day, you will be getting around minimum 6%, 6% to 10% or 12%. This is the biggest opportunity if you are using tier 2 account. So you can use it as a savings account. From this tier 2, shift a portion maximum. The taxation also comes in here. The maximum limit is from section 80 CCD1. This it allows you to take 1.5 lakhs of exemption, saying that I invested in this NPS scheme. So you can get 1.5 lakhs. Say if you already utilized, say you want to take extra. Say you already section 80C is there, you got exemption. So the maximum exemption allowed at NPS is 50,000 rupees, and it is available in section 80CCD1B. This provides an exemption. This is an option. So say your employer is also giving you an option of investing, and they are also giving you money, and it will be calculated at 10% of the salary, which is basic plus DA put together. 10% will be taken for this exemption. So this is an available opportunity for getting tax exemption for investing in NPS. Just think of, you are investing for your future, for your living after 60, and government is giving you an exemption of minimum 50,000 rupees, because many of us are utilizing ATC for all other purpose. Your tuition fees, ULIP policy, LIC policy, everything formulates under Section 80C. So very simple. This is what it is. And non-salaried individuals who can invest. Salaried individuals by default they are using it, because if you go from 10% tax slab to 20% and 30%, by default you need to utilize this NPS so that you will get some extra exemption. 50,000 means the under 30% you will be getting directly 15 to 16,000 rupees by default. You will be saving your money under 30% tax slab. I am saying. Say for example, you are a business owner. You are a business owner, and just think of, just by investing in this, 20% of the gross total income in a year can be invested in NPS. This is an option, and once you go to a auditor for filing tax, they can let you know what is the exact amount you can invest so that you can utilize NPS for exemptions. This is an option. And I said I'll be sharing about the biggest opportunity, biggest advantage of investing in NPS, which is nothing but the expense ratio. Because the total expense ratio is at 0.01% of the total assets, and the custodian charging is 0.0032% as asset service charges. So if you look at, the exemption is very, 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 very minimal compared to mutual funds, direct or ETF or whatever, and even any insurance policies. So just for this purpose, say you are investing, the entire amount will get invested in, almost the entire amount is getting invested in the fund. So almost you are going to get your money back fully. The charges are very, very less. This is the biggest advantage of putting your money in this NPS. You can withdraw your money only at 60. The maximum will be withdrawn only at 60, and the reason is that this is for your retirement, and if you keep withdrawing in between, you will not have anything after 60. So the point is, by 60, if you want to withdraw 60%, you can withdraw tax, you can withdraw, and remaining 40% you should put it in annuity. So this is an option, you should utilize it by the time you are withdrawing your amount. So in between, say at you are at 30, and by another 4 5 years, if you want to withdraw, there are several restrictions. You can withdraw only for certain conditions, but because of your health condition, say if you're diseased, it will be given to you fully. So other than that, you need to utilize for proper conditions which are mentioned in the things. We will be looking at that in the next video. So, so the point is, once you enter NPS, there are minimum investments which needs to be maintained, which we will consider, we will discuss about what is that amount you need to invest, all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. In this video, you had seen about the taxation, the types of accounts, and the expense ratio of NPS. So all these are biggest advantages of investing in NPS. Thank you so much. Please share this video with your friends who wants to know about NPS, who wants to invest in NPS.